Hi, this is Dr. Bernie. That was a pretty long intro, wasn't it? This is Dr. Bernie. I'm a homeopathic practitioner. I reside in Arizona. We work globally to see our patients online and send them the medicines they need to get well, finally. You can find us at 480-703-0151 or go to gilbertnaturalmedicine.com and see our website and everything that we do. We're going to talk today just a brief time, about UTIs, urinary tract infections, and how it can cause incontinence and things like that. Everybody gets a UTI at least once in their life. What is this? It's not a virus. It's a bacterial infection. And it sometimes affects the kidneys, but most of the time it'll just affect the urinal portals. So what happens is, and nobody can say how or why, no doctor can put their finger on why you have a UTI. But I will tell you this. It comes from either unwashed foods that you eat, vegetables and things like that. It can come from any kind of unclean receptacles that you're using. It cannot be shared from one person to another, so it's not that kind of a thing. And my belief is that it's mostly what you eat that causes this structure of the cells to become a little discombobulated and turn them into something else. So now we're looking at a bacteria. If you eat fruits and you don't wash them, and veggies and you don't wash them, you can pick up a bacteria, but mostly it's by handling something and touching yourself with, dirty hands that had been somewhere else. Kids get UTIs quite frequently, and it seems like women get them more than men. I'm not sure about that, so don't quote me. But as a practitioner, that's what I see. More women come across with a UTI than not. And sometimes these UTIs can get very serious, especially in elderly people. I do not know, but it's a thought to research whether a current UTI will raise or lower potassium levels in the body. Now, I don't believe it can raise it, but it can lower it. That's something for you to research if you would like to, if you are a constant patient of UTIs. When you have a UTI, here's how to know that you have it. Here's how to spot it. You have to go to the bathroom frequently to urinate. It burns. It hurts in your lower abdomen. And it feels like you're not done going to the bathroom, so you have to go back. It could cause incontinence because you have to run to the bathroom to do this. It can cause constriction of the urine because you can swell, you can have swelling, and it's from the bacteria itself. Now, there are several different types of UTIs, and when it becomes Proteus, it is serious, and you need a different kind of medication because not all antibiotics will cover a Proteus UTI infection. Do you have to see a doctor when you have those symptoms? Absolutely. You have to get on a medication really quick. Does it always work? No. Sometimes you have to take 2 different medications or repeat the same medication. Depending on the type of UTI that you have, would depend on the type of medication you get. Sometimes A Bactrism will help. Sometimes a Z-Pak will help. It all depends. And if you're allergic to any antibiotics, you need to make your doctors aware of that. Do you have to see a urologist if you have a UTI? No. You can see your primary care physician. But I recommend a urologist because that's all they deal with is urology problems. And so they're better going to know how to test you and how to spot the right UTI that you have. You can go to your primary care and even see a physician assistant that'll take a urine sample, and you won't get the results back for 3 to 5 days, so you're going to sit there dying with a UTI. And then they can come back uneducated, as they sometimes are, and give you the wrong UTI information and the wrong medication. And now it's not going away. It's getting more serious because it's complicating itself, and you end up with a more serious UTI. Just see a urologist. If you have any problems, tell your PCP you want a referral to a urologist. They're going to test you immediately in the office. Every time you go to a urologist, they really should check your urine. They're going to find any kind of bacteria in your urine. It doesn't have to be only causing a UTI. It could be any kind of bacteria. It could be crystals, anything in the urine. They will immediately put you on a medication to clear that up. That's the beautiful thing about seeing a urologist, because they know what they're doing. They go right for the throat of the problem. They check you when you walk in, and you walk out knowing exactly what's going on with you. No guesswork intended like you would sometimes get from a PCP. Period. Now, a urologist will work with your bladder, your rectum, all kind of things. I mean, the urologist, they're just like going to an allergist. Would you go to your primary care physician and say, check me for allergies? No, you would go to an allergist. If you want a clear-cut picture of allergies, you go to an allergist. If you're in the Arizona, Gilbert, Mesa, or surrounding areas and you need referrals, you can call me at 480-703-0151, and I will most definitely give you the best referrals of the best doctors in town. Easy to get to, easy to talk to. I have yet to find a urologist or an allergist or any other specialist that does not take the time to speak with you. They all give you their time. They don't rush you in and rush you out like your PCP will do. They're not working on how many patients can they fill in a day to get paid by the insurance companies. They give you quality time because they're quality doctors. So if you're looking for help in a particular health area, you definitely want to see the specialist that matches that particular problem. Again, tell your PCP to give you a referral if that's the kind of insurance company you have. It helps to have insurance where you don't have to use referrals. And it seems, and I don't want to go off the track here, but it seems as though lately, since COVID, and I'm not blaming COVID, but then again, maybe I am blaming the COVID situations, have left doctors' offices in bad shape. They are not quick to respond. You're lucky if you get a call back in 2 days. You can't get through to them because they don't answer their phones. They put you on hold, and you're there forever until they finally hang up on you. They're not running the offices very efficiently lately, and you will all agree, if you have gone to the doctor in the last 6 months, that doctors' offices are not what they used to be. They're not on top of their game. They are failing because they have insufficient help. And that could mean a lot of things. It doesn't mean that who's ever working there is not sufficient or proficient in their job or their title. It can mean that the office is so busy they don't have enough staff. Whatever the problem is, seek out a specialist if you have a particular problem. Now, a UTI bacteria can be cured very easily without a drug if you take homeopathic medicine. We have three different medications. Actually, 4 different medications now. Used to be 1 that clears up a UTI in a matter of days. No drugs. It's all natural medicine. It's homeopathic. It's not naturopathic. It's homeopathic because that works. Okay, there is uva ursi. There is flora. There is, which is similar to candida. There is, let me see. There is cantharis for a more serious UTI. There is a new medicine just called Urinary, and it has the potential, because of the ingredients, to clear that urinary up pretty darn quick. I had a lady who had a constant UTI, could never get rid of them, keep coming back all the time. And that's the problem with UTIs. If you don't catch it, you don't nip it in the bud, you're going to get it back again. So it kind of, that bacteria hides and then lingers, and it comes back, and you'll never know when or why. So she would always have UTIs. And I had a couple of little girls, too, little kids, constant UTIs. And the kids were like 6 years old, 8 years old, female. Isn't that strange? So this lady did everything. She tried everything. She went to all of her doctors. Nobody could help her. She did not see a urologist, however, but she should have. So she didn't know what to do. She called me, and I put her on a couple of different medications, and then I put her on the last 2 really bomber medicines. And they have no backlash, so you're not going to have any kind of symptom of taking the medicines like you would have if you can't ingest a certain antibiotic or something. So she took the medicines, and within a few days, everything went away, and it hasn't come back, and it's been a month. So this is good news. 2 little girls, constant UTIs, all the time. Mother put her on antibiotic. Okay, you take enough antibiotics without taking a probiotic, and you're going to continue to have problems because the antibiotic itself is going to cause a fungus, and then you got a secondary problem. So now you have to clear up a fungus, and a doctor will usually give you diflucan, which won't do a damn thing. So you might think it will, but it's really not. Your best bet is homeopathic medicine because, you know what, our medicine works. So I don't know what you're fooling around with, but our medicine works. A lot of people are worried about switching to natural medicine. I'm not telling you to switch anything. I'm telling you to incorporate it. If you don't want to switch, that's up to you. But if you can incorporate it, you're going to see that our medicine works far better than any drug you could possibly take. Now, if it means heart medicine or high blood pressure medicine, you go ahead and take a prescription because that will save your life, I hope. You can always incorporate homeopathic medicine with any drug because it will never hurt the drug and the drug will never hurt our medicine. They're 2 different animals. They work in 2 different ways. I don't want to get on a binge about how homeopathy works versus a prescription drug. But they're like 2 separate worlds. Okay. Don't be afraid of a UTI. Just get it covered. Take care of yourself. Wash things. Wash your hands. You know, it's like if you go to the bathroom, now I could see why women, could catch the bacteria before men. You go to the bathroom and you wipe yourself. And if your hands are dirty or you got stuff under your long, jabbing, skinny, pointed, razor-like nails nowadays, you may get the bacteria that will form into a UTI. Wash your hands before you go to the bathroom and wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. Men don't have to wipe like women wipe. You know what I'm talking about. And for God's sakes, if you have those inch-long, pointed, razor-like nails, get rid of them. They're disgusting to look at. I don't know how you guys can ever work with those things on your hands. I just thought I'd add that because it's so disgusting looking. They're not a good looking thing on your hands. And no, I will not edit this out of this particular episode. I have to crack up laughing because I walked into my doctor's office one day and everybody at the counter had these inch-long nails with rhinestones and sequins and everything, and they were filed into death points, and they would kill anybody. I don't know how you young girls walk around with stuff like that. They're hideous. Okay, that's just my opinion. Don't hate me for it. Everybody has an opinion on something. It has nothing to do with the UTI, and it could have everything to do with the UTI. How much bacteria do you think is underneath a fingernail? Think about it. And then your kids go out and they play in the playgrounds and they play with their friends and they're in the sand and they're in the dirt and they're making little hodgepodge figures in the dirt, building little castles and stuff. Don't wash your hands. Go back in the school and have your lunch. Isn't that interesting? Wash your hands. And if you're a parent, because the teachers don't have time to stay on top of this, they have enough to do, poor things. Teach your children. Wash your hands. It's that easy, and it could save you from many, many illnesses. This is Dr. Bernie. We've been talking about everything today, including UTIs. So, if you need to get a hold of me, including UTIs, it should have been specific to UTIs. Sorry. If you would like to join in on conversations with me, you know that all of these things that I do are live. And if you want to chat with me, 480-703-0151, I will tell you how to get on. You know what I'm doing now? I'm going to start my podcasts a little bit differently. And I'm going to start them so that they are reoccurring on particular days. And you can hear them live or you can hear them archived. You know that. So I am going to sell business owners ads for $25 a 15-second spot commercial about your company or your business, what you're doing. And it's going to go on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and every platform you can think of, because Spreaker is a wonderful way to get the word out. Spreaker goes everywhere. It goes out to everywhere. And so with a little $25 15-second ad, you can be heard by hundreds and thousands of listeners. So think about it. It's a good way to do some inexpensive marketing. You can buy a 30-second ad or two 15-second ads, whatever you want to do, and we'll run them on every show. And just like I'm talking now, then we say, you know what? How about this business? Have you heard of? And that's how I interject your company within my episode. So no one skips it. Everyone hears it. Spreaker doesn't break to put some unknown ad. It's your ad. I'm speaking it. It can never be removed. And when it's archived, people can hear it a year from now. So isn't that interesting? 480-703-0151. If you want to talk to me about doing an ad on my show, Symptoms of Diseases. And don't forget to tune into my YouTubes, Health and Wellness with Dr. Bernie. It's been fun. We'll talk again. I'm going to set up some special times and let everybody know. If you would like to investigate the ads, give me a call. I'll send you a brochure. It's as easy as that. Bernie is my name, Doctor of Homeopathy. I am a PhD in what I do. I'm located in Arizona, and we work globally. And if there's anything specific you want to hear me talk about, drop me a text. You could use that number, 480-703-0151. Text me what you want to hear, and I will produce it for you. Thanks. We'll talk again soon.